What up, Buzz? You tapped in? Okay, Goose, you tapped in too? All right, Chicago, y'all tapped in? All right, boys, let's crack 'em. Feel like Mike in the fourth with the ball in my hands and I'm taking a shot. I'm the king in the madhouse on Madison, whether I make it or not. Now the crowd going crazy, they watching the play and I'm watching the clock. Got my shot in the air and the buzzer go off and I'm watching it drop. This team did things. MJ shot City 6 rings. D-Rose too big, too fast, too strong. History, and we good on that. Put Jilla on the track and we good on whack. 3, 2, 1. Everybody say Bulls on tap. Bulls on tap. Our city pretty and gritty. Benny the bull in the crowd getting hyper and litty. Me, I'm so drippy, it's slippery. Nothing offends me. Banners on banners, we winners. We got the stats in the news. Go and subscribe. Hang out with Buzzy and Goose. Tapping with us, we the truth. Jilla just murdered the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bulls on Tap. I'm your boy Buzz. I'm joined by my dude Goose, aka Bulls Scripted. We're here to talk about another Chicago Bulls preseason win, 121-85 over the New Orleans Pelicans. Before we do that, be sure you're going to ontapsportsnet.com for other Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at BullsOnTap, at OnTapSportsNet. Following Goose at Bulls Scripted, me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us. 5-star rating and review. You already know why, because that's cool and tough. Goose, we were up by 40 again. I keep asking myself, is this real life? But I also keep telling myself, like we said in the first episode of season 3 of Bulls on Tap, that this is just a preseason game. But my God, man, they go out and they do it again. How you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling great. Lonzo's revenge game went well for Lonzo specifically. Zach had another Zach night, and I came up with a great name for Javante, and we're going Green Goblin there because that man is a thief.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah. Were you surprised Javante got the start tonight?
No,
again?
I wasn't. I mean, how can you sit him? Like, the way he's been playing, he is small, but he has not been playing small. So until he seems outmatched at that power forward position, I see no reason to switch it up. I mean, Pat's not healthy. The only other person I could think of would be Troy Brown Jr., and I think just you're going experience over youth there. And, we saw good things from both of them tonight. Javante is definitely the right move there. And until you've proven otherwise, why, if they ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. And if anybody's here watching on Twitter, just so everybody knows, we cannot see comments. If you are commenting on Twitter, you have to go over to our YouTube or the Facebook, whatever you fancy. If you go to YouTube, throw us a sub over there so you can comment and talk along with us in the comments and whatnot. I thought we might see DJJ. I thought maybe he might start. Not that I was like dead set on it or anything, but I wanted to see a little bit more of him. We only saw 10 minutes, but that's probably for a good reason coming off of the ankle sprain. Being cautious is probably way, smarter than what I would have done and just fucking played him. That's why I'm not an NBA head coach. But, no, Javante looked good again, man. I mean, he's just drawing praise from everybody. He gets 18 minutes tonight, 2 for 2, super efficient. Sato joke efficient. 7 points, 2 assists, 6 boards, and 1 assist, 2 steals, and 6 boards. He also had a block. You mentioned Lonzo Ball's revenge game. Holy shit. 7 for 9, 5 for 6 from downtown, 19 points. He has 5 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and what I love to see out of the point guard position, Goose, no turnovers.
No turnovers and 5 for 6 from three-point land. That is insane. Obviously, you can't expect that every night, but just
the hell I can't.
Progression. It's probably going to blow my mind for at least the first half of the season. That he's just so confident and efficient as a three-point shooter now, and I guess it shouldn't be as surprising as it is because even when he had that weird-ass shot, he was a was a 40% shooter from three-point land in college. In the NBA, struggled with that extra distance. Catapult just didn't have the power. But now it's just night and day. And his fit in anything that this team wants to do and is trying to do is perfect.
Yeah, what's really funny about him, and one of these shots turned out to be a foul where the shot got up, but it didn't count because I believe Vooch got fouled on this. Something that was really impressed with was his pull-up jumper off the dribble. Did you notice that a couple times? I mean, he actually hit one of them, and then the second one, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but there's a foul where Vooch got it, and he dribbled up there.
I don't even know what you're referencing there, yeah.
Yeah, and he just pulled up, dude, and I'm like, that's something that has been added to his game, and that wasn't really there. Now, obviously, it's a small sample size. I'm not going to get overly, over the top about it, but if that's been added to his game and he's coming off screens and a play's not going the way maybe it was intended to, that's a weapon that he could utilize, and the Bulls could utilize.
Stop and pop. It makes him even more of a weapon as a playmaker.
Yeah.
Same thing as he develops that, drive and kick. Two spots that are lacking in his game that Zach really, hides well for him, and so does DeMar. So I think that's where, a lot of these concerns with fit are going to go by the wayside, because the weaknesses that some of these players have, like DeMar's weakness is obviously 3-point shooting. You have Vooch, Zach, and Lonzo, regardless of who else is out there at the 3 or 4.
Then you'll have Pat eventually.
Yeah, and Pat's a 37+% 3-point shooter as a rookie. So all these guys complementing each other's weaknesses so well that it's not hard to believe. I mean, it's not going to 40-piece everybody. These have been two crappy teams. The Pelicans did not have Zion or Ingram tonight. Their two best players. So once again, with a grain of salt on top of it being preseason, but you're supposed to kick these teams' asses, and we're kicking these fucking teams' asses. So I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Now, I saw a couple actually people put on Twitter, I hope they're not overshowing their hand. I hope they're not going super hard while these other teams aren't going hard to prove a point. But as I watch the game and it break down, I think it's really easy to say that while you look at the score. And correct me if I'm wrong, I'm trying not to homer it too much here, man. But it looks like they're just balling and having fun. So that's my takeaway from it. I don't think that they're showing too much. I don't think that they're trying to just come out here and be like, oh my God, we're going to show everything and all that. Not that they're trying to hide anything by any means. I just think they're going out there and balling and having fun. And I do think with the talent on this team, there is another level when the regular season comes. I mean, listen, they've just won 2 games in a row by a combined 72 fucking points. I know it's preseason, but I don't think that they're overplaying and over showing their hand by any means. I just think that they're out there trying to learn each other and balling and having fun. What do you think about that? Do you think that they're going too hard, or you just think that it's just kind of coming natural because of the talent on the team?
I'm going to steal one of your lines. I agree wholeheartedly here with you.
Wholeheartedly, yes.
Wholeheartedly with my whole entire heart. I don't feel like they're being tryhards or overshowing their hand by any means. They're just out there having fun. It seems like an infectious, fun training camp is carrying over into these 2 preseason games. And by the time we get to halftime, you don't even have to worry about playing basketball because you got such a big lead.
Beer Garden Jim's being a real McDouche right now in the comments here on YouTube. He cracks me up. I love Jim. He's asking what you're hiding in your background. We'll never tell.
What do you mean? I mean, this is my house.
This is my mansion.
Do you not like my piano, Jim? Is that a problem? Do we need to swap it out for a pinball machine? Is that what's going on here? No, Jim. I just bought a green screen, and this looks a lot better than blackout blinds and a couch with a hide-a-bed in it. It's just
or a dungeon like behind me. So I mean, you're all good there.
Yeah, no, I mean, maybe one day we'll have a cool on tap thing that I blended into too. I don't know. For now, I have a mansion. Okay, don't question things.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think
they're overshowing their hand. I mean, we're missing 2 of our key rotation players, and
I keep forgetting that.
Yeah, I mean, we got rid of 90% of the team, so it's kind of easy to forget that Kobe and Pat are still here because they very well could have been moved, I guess. Obviously, probably not Pat, but yeah, their absence does feel weird with the amount of roster change. It's almost just like they're not here, and then one day they will be here. That'll be fantastic.
Yeah, again, man, it's just another game that they play, that they come out on top. Defensive energy's up there. Now, Stacey King said something funny during the broadcast. He said that the way that they're playing, it looks like they could be a top 5 defense within the NBA. Again, something that a lot of people scoffed at. And I'm not going to scoff at that because I just love Stacey's positivity a lot of the time. And listen, that guy just went through like 3 to 4 years of just absolute shit-ass basketball. Like, sue the guy for fucking being excited.
Well, in all honesty, we had a horrible defensive roster last year, and we were in the top half of the league.
We were 11th.
Yeah, I mean, under Jim Boylan with a shit roster, when we just blitzed the ball on every play, we were a top 5 defense. So defense in the NBA, by some metrics, yeah, the Bulls might be in the top 10 or around the top 5. I don't think that's that crazy, just because they are very long and athletic and versatile. Most of our negative defensive stigma comes from Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Vucevic. Other than that, the rest of this roster is pretty athletic and versatile when it comes to defense. So I'm not as concerned as others. And even like DeMar's an upgrade from Lowry. He's an upgrade from most small forwards we've had. He's an upgrade from Denzel Valentine. So defensively, well, we might have a couple stars whose biggest weakness is defense. I don't think that it's really that big of a concern. I feel like we plugged a lot of those holes with a lot of these pieces that we picked up.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. I mean, top 5 is, I think, I don't want to say, yeah, I don't want to say like wishful thinking, but I think like
it's like he was on a broadcast for this team talking positive about this team. Like,
yeah, well, people don't like that. People this day and age like realism. Again, I don't think that they're not going to be good defensively. Like I said, you know, they were 11th last year with nowhere near the versatile defenders they have right now. But top 5, I don't know. But it's regardless. I think that they're going to be able to fucking score with anybody. You got guys that can go kill it in the mid range.
Okay, let's put it this way then. Do you think that they're going to be in the top half of offense and defense? Maybe let's go even crazier. Do you think they're going to be in the top 10 of both offense and defense? Do you think that's possible?
Well, they were 11th in defense last year, so I think it's definitely feasible that they'll be in the top 10 of defense this year because I think they have improved in that aspect, in that realm of things. I think that offensively, they absolutely can be top 10. And if you are, like, even if you're 9-8 or whatever, that's a tale of a really good team. And I think
really
that's
balanced team.
Yeah, very balanced. And I think it's a very good team. So I think it's definitely like feasible. Preseason, it is what it is. But the fact that they're coming out and they're doing what they're doing right now and the way that they're playing together, I think that it shows that when the regular season hits, they're going to really not improve because, I mean, what's there to improve on when you're beating the shit out of teams? I'm just saying that I think they're going to be a real consistent threat on both ends of the court. And I think it's fair to say, you mentioned it before, though, like the one guy in the starting lineup that isn't a good 3-point shooter is surrounded with fucking snipers. You have multiple playmakers, and then you're going to have a couple of versatile, defenders in that starting lineup as well, in Pat and Lonzo Ball. So,
do you think it's a little bit of a disadvantage that we play the Cavs again, and the only real preseason game that we get is the Grizzlies, assuming that Ja and most of their like regular season starters play? Do you think that's
even when the Grizzlies game comes, do you think that our starters play? I don't know, because I mean they're getting some heavy minutes now. I was actually talking to Lucas Perfetti. He does Bears on Tap for us, and he was just like, "Oh my God, Billy, you're up 30 points. Please take Lonzo out of the fucking game." Hey, that's a totally fair worry, and I'm with him on that.
I get it, but I'm also not gonna ask Billy Donovan to be Matt Nagy. This isn't football. We're not playing a contact sport. We're not saving people for the regular season. These guys haven't played together. This is the first regular full off season that they've had.
I think that people get scarred of what has happened in the past when maybe one of your starters probably shouldn't have been in the game. And I think it's fair.
I think it's fair. But when we saw, the second half of the third quarter, you're getting the scrubs. You're getting the guys that might not be on the roster. And through the fourth, that's what we got. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. It's got to be that fine line of getting enough chemistry on top of being safe. And you can't go away from the game plan just because you're doing too good. Like, oh shit, we're kicking their ass again. Sorry guys, you can't play anymore. You did too good. Well, we can't build any more chemistry. Go sit down. So it's not their fault that the Cavs suck and kind of got blindsided and weren't ready for this Chicago Bulls team. They're used to the old Chicago Bulls team. And it's not their fault that Zion and Ingram didn't play, which is unfortunate for the Pelicans, who have a fairly remade roster themselves. So I think it is a little bit of disadvantage where I think we see a better Cavs team the second time around. I'm sure they're not going to have a very good taste in their mouth. But, that Grizzlies game is really our only challenge this preseason.
Yeah, it is. And you know what's crazy about that, too, is that Grizzlies game is a week out from today. Because the Bulls play on Sunday again against the Cavs. Then they don't play again until that following Friday. So next week, they don't play the Grizzlies until then. So I think the starters may get some run. I don't think it's going to be a lot of run. I think that they're going to come out, maybe get a little bit of a first half type deal, and then sit and let the end of the bench guys and some of your bench rotation get out there and do what they got to do. Now a couple things tonight too.
Our final preseason games, a battle for the final roster spots.
Yeah, we might win the preseason championship too. Which isn't the only championship we're winning. No, I got to put the homer away. I did that with the White Sox, and I'm in bad shape with them right now. But another
can hurt a little bit.
It does. It stings so badly. It hurts so badly. Another thing I want to bring up tonight is Vooch. He went 7 for 18 from the field. He actually took the most shots out of anybody on the team. He got set up very well on numerous occasions tonight. Shot wasn't falling. Stacey King kind of pointed that out on the broadcast that those shots will end up falling. It's early, obviously way early. It's not even the regular season yet. So I like that they really tried to incorporate him and get him the ball and put it in his hands a lot. Zach comes out and gets another 20 piece. He scores 21 tonight, and it's just another night, Goose.
Effortless.
I looked at the box score when the game ended, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, he had 20 again. Like, I knew Zoe was right there. He had 19 because I didn't have the box score.
So no, but that's what's weird is like you knew Lonzo was there because of the 3-point ball. And he didn't even take very many shots, but you knew that he was there because, those threes. Zach, you blink and that dude's at 20 points.
It's incredible.
That fader he hit close to the buzzer 10 that quarter, it just looks so smooth and comfortable. And that layup, Stacey goes a little far with the Like Mike song, but it was pretty. That reverse that Zach had was so clean. And it's scary to think that he's only 26. This is the beginning of his prime. This is prime years coming in. And he has the team to be confident and have the energy to do extra shit now. I think the league's in trouble.
Pray for the association for sure.
The association.
It's funny to me because like last year you could tell when Zach was putting points on the board because like there was no one else really that was doing it around him. I mean, outside of maybe, your Kobe White, who had a pretty decent year, 15-5, what was it? 15-5-4 or something like that. But yeah, it's just like these first two games with him, just effortless basketball, getting to his spots. And again, I mean, if it rings true in anybody's mind, what he said in the media day or even up to media day and past that is just like a bunch of unselfish guys that just want to win. And it really reflects in his game. 14 shots for him total tonight. Good shit. DeMar didn't really have it working too much until what was it? The second half, maybe, a little bit into the second quarter.
The last spurt where the starters got their last run there, DeMar kind of went off and then he went to the bench.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was just pretty much everywhere. Caruso again, does some good work.
Stacey's killing me with the turn the AC up. Turn the AC up.
Yeah, and he had a buzzer beater there towards the end. That was actually at the end of the half. He hit, I think it was a 3 at the end of the half. It
was the first 3 of the game for either team, I believe.
Oh, was it really? Yeah, he
sure it was. Yeah,
he looked good. I mean, it was pretty great. Like I'm pretty stoked on how the team is looking right now, heading into our next preseason game on Sunday. I guess we could break down everything that we can in the game. Off-ball movement good, defense good. Yet again, I mean, obviously, when you beat a fucking team and you're up 41 on them, you're kicking their ass. I mean, it's just plain and simple. There's not really much to break down. Besides,
it's kind of hard to nitpick things when you win.
Right, and that's why I'm not even fucking taking the time to do it. I guess more so than anything, I'm just really excited for when you and I are in the 200 level. And I just found out yesterday, or it was either yesterday or earlier today. We already knew Ross, aka our Tours fan club, was coming. Salim is going to be there along with Laro Hoops in the 200 level as well. So we're all going to be in the 200 level together for the home opener. So, I mean, that's what I'm really looking forward to. A bunch of Bulls content creators that have a great time, that cover the team, that are going to be there for like this new era, this new start of Bulls basketball. And I just, that's what I'm really looking forward to the most, man. I can't wait.
There's a lot of us out there that have been following this team extremely closely since Jimmy was traded. And obviously before that as well, but sticking it out through those years and now being able to meet up and come together at a game for the new era, for something that's legitimately worth getting excited about again is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
It can't come soon enough.
No, I can't, dude. It's like I have like this stupid little countdown in my mind. Like I'm like, oh my God, is it this Friday? It's like, damn it, it's not this Friday, it's the next Friday. I can't wait that long. Anything else? I mean, we beat the shit out of them. We've been talking 20 minutes already about how good they looked, and we broke down some of the key players. Was there anything that you wanted to see that you didn't see tonight out of anybody in particular?
I mean, maybe just Vooch, kind of how, like you pointed out, just a little bit inefficient from the field. But I did like to see that, it was kind of known by his teammates, and they continued to go to him and tried to get him going.
Were you surprised about the 5 minutes from Marko Simonovic? Did you think we'd get a little bit more, especially with the big man depth, or just because he's a second-round rookie, just more so of a...
I think second-round rookie on top of the injury, and you're up that many points, so maybe it's, I don't know, insulting to play him a lot in a blowout like that for his first minutes. There's maybe not a good spot to get him in there. Or maybe, like you said, it's just he's a second-round rookie, and they don't want to set the bar high for him, thinking that he's going to get a lot of playing time. So,
that's true.
Minimal play might be the best way just to keep the expectations low on his front, because when Tony Bradley comes back, it probably is rare that we will see him. Though who knows?
Io, another second-round pick who looked pretty good tonight. I mean, he just makes the most out of his minutes, man. He comes out. I mean, he's got a great pull-up midi. Good mid-range game from Io. I'm excited to see him get a little bit more run, and I'm really hoping in that Grizzlies game we get to see him get a lot of run. I'd really enjoy seeing just what some of the end of the bench guys would do.
What's so exciting about this roster is not only do you have this versatile depth on the wings.
We got my Sox family popping in here right now. I mean, they're all
just wellness check.
Yeah, just wellness check to make sure I didn't go fucking. I didn't go play Frogger on I-80, so because it was definitely thought of, Hey,
well, that's what the Bulls are here for. They're going to keep you out of traffic, and the young talent on this team that is going to be developing long term is probably not going to be something we talk about a lot this year because we're going to be pushing a competitive roster, but that talent is here, and it is going to be growing in the background, and that's something to be excited for with the future too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Any parting words before we leave this one, man?
No, let's 40-piece the Cavs again. I mean, I'm feeling another 40-piece.
I'm just really praying to God Denzel gets more run in this game. I'm just praying for it because he's talking. He's talking over there in Cleveland about how he's got a lot in the tank, and yeah, he's got to have the confidence. I'm not trying to hate too much on the guy. He's got to have the confidence, but I just want to see.
When he doesn't make a team, do we get a retirement announcement? Like, hey, I'm retiring to just focus on my music career.
Yeah, my rap career. That's absolutely garbage, but yes, that is what I'm looking forward to. Get Denzel some run over there and Lowry some run. And probably the last game we see the starters get these kind of minutes in the preseason, and
it's sad how much I've turned on Lowry now. But
he's a Cavalier, dude. Like all the people that are saying, I wish the best for him.
I want to watch Devontae punk his ass wearing his old jersey number 24 again. I want to watch it again.
It's just like I don't hate Lowry either. Like I
I
never
love
did.
Lowry. I want him to succeed, but when he plays the Bulls, I am gonna laugh when he can't post up Lonzo Ball, and when Javonte Green makes him look like he's 6'2" instead of 7'1". That is it's gonna make me laugh. It's gonna make me smile. But other than that, I do want to see Lowry succeed because I still have pretty hefty investment in rookie cards that would be nice to not see completely go down the toilet.
You should have sold them off, bro.
I should have done that a while ago, but it's okay.
Just like I should have sold that fucking jersey that's hanging behind me. I should.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I mean that one's a good memory.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's cool to win something. I never win anything, so winning that at the United Center and that player practice was pretty sweet. So, all right, well, that's all I got for the show. We'll be back Sunday after the Bulls take on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Be sure you check us out when we go live. Again, if you're listening on Twitter, either go to the Facebook or the YouTube. If you go to the YouTube, you can subscribe, talk to us here in the comments. But yeah, so we'll be back. Be sure to go to ontapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at BullsOnTap, at OnTapSportsNet, following Goose at BullsScripted, me at BuzzOnTap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, listen to us, 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. We'll see you all Sunday after the Bulls beat the shit out of the Cleveland Cavaliers again. Let's go Bulls.